Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So I want to thank my channel moderator and friend Peter for referring me to this most recent Why I'm No Longer Vegan video. And to cut off all the haters and anti-vegans before we even get started, I know what you guys are going to say because you say it every time I respond to a video like this. You say, hey, you vegans are a cult and you always attack people who leave your flock. Like, no, I'm not attacking anyone here. If someone tries out a vegan diet for a week, a month, a year or two, whatever, and they end it and they decide to do something else, fine, that's their free choice. I really don't care. But I do care when they make a video and they just pretty much throw veganism under the bus and just give all these kind of, at least in my personal opinion, these nonsensical reasons. Yeah, the reasons literally to me seem like complete nonsense, or they're just so, the problems that they point out are so easy to fix that they're not really issues at all as to why someone can't be vegan. And I'll state up front, I don't know who this content creator is. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Violetta. And if you're watching Violetta, hello, I'm not here to attack you or anything like that. I'm just giving you my reasoned response as a vegan since 2010, a YouTube content creator, vegan content creator since 2013. And hopefully you'll have a listen here and maybe something I say here will get through and let you know that I don't see any reason why you couldn't at least start a vegan diet again. I'm not sure if you're ever vegan. We'll get into that, but let's get into her response here.
Being vegan I honestly don't even know how long, whether it was 4 or 5 years, I don't know. At some point I felt mentally so restricted, but for me personally it was mentally really restricting, and I'm a person who believes in full food freedom.
What is even full food freedom? I mean, veganism is full of food freedom as long as you don't consume animal products. And is that mentally restricting for you? I mean, that makes no sense if you truly believe in what veganism is. And let's just get it out here for all to see. Veganism is not about eating a certain way other than no animal products. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. That's what veganism is. So if you are truly against animal cruelty and exploitation, the only food choices or options available to you that are consistent with that philosophical belief, they're just plants and fungi. So I don't know what this restrictive thing is. I mean, it's just not an option to consume animals if you are against being cruel to animals. Does that make any sense, guys?
But I was 100% limiting myself when it came to food.
100% limiting yourself? That sounds to me like you wanted to consume animal products. You desire to consume the flesh of animals. So that's the only way you could find yourself limiting. I want to point out there are tens of thousands of edible plants to eat. So there's nothing restrictive about eating plants.
At the beginning, obviously, when I went vegan first, I was like, no, this is a choice. I do not want to consume any other types of foods. Like, vegan food is the best. Obviously, I was 100% believing in that. I otherwise wouldn't have been vegan for so long. But
just want to stop here and highlight how she said how she thought at first vegan foods were the best, but she didn't clarify in what sense of best, like best for people who are against animal cruelty and exploitation. No, that's not what she's talking about, and she will reveal in a moment here what she means by the best.
Simple situations such as going out to a restaurant that wasn't really catered to a vegan diet, I would be sitting there and I'd be like, the only thing I can order right now is literally a salad with tomatoes and cucumber. And whilst watching other people eating normal foods, other foods, whatever, I was like, I'm literally sacrificing on my own pleasure, on my own enjoyment.
So if I'm hearing this right, you're saying by choosing to eat some kind of salad instead of the dead animal stuff that your friends are eating, that you're, quote, sacrificing on your pleasure, meaning you would derive pleasure from eating animal products, but you're withholding, you're using willpower as a vegan somehow. I mean, these are not the words of any vegan I've ever heard in my life, thinking that they're foregoing pleasure, they're sacrificing pleasure by choosing to eat plants instead of dead animals. Just saying.
I was still making this decision because, oh, I choose to be vegan, I want to be vegan, like I much rather eat the salad than anything else right now, which is obviously a lie to myself.
So you're saying you were lying to yourself as a vegan that you really wanted the salad, when in truth you didn't want to eat the salad, you wanted to eat the dead animals with your friends. Again, These sound like the words of someone who's not a vegan, and nothing wrong with that. It's fine to eat a vegan diet. Just want to draw a distinction here between vegans, people who are against animal cruelty and exploitation, and those who are eating a vegan diet, which happens to be what vegans eat. But what would I do in this situation? If all that was available at this restaurant were dead animal stuff and a salad, sure, I'd eat the salad, and then afterward, I'd go make my own food at home or hit up some place where I can eat plants. I wouldn't starve myself on a 200-calorie salad, though.
I didn't want to associate myself with veganism as much anymore because I just didn't believe or didn't agree in the direction that veganism was actually moving into.
What's the direction that veganism is moving towards? I can't wait to hear more about this.
I know a lot of people will disagree with what I'm going to say, especially if you're a vegan yourself, but veganism is or was a trend. Of course, it was also more than that for most people, but we would be lying and denying it if we wouldn't see that. But
all right, please forgive me if I'm mishearing this, but let me know, guys, if you are hearing the same thing I'm hearing here, that she wants to quit veganism or has quit veganism because it was trendy. She joined when it was trendy, and maybe now she perceives it not to be quite as trendy and wants to try something else. And that's why, I mean, why even mention this whole trendy thing in the first place, unless that's one of your reasons why you don't want to be vegan anymore?
It was trendy to be vegan, like, oh, restaurants, everyone was starting to create vegan options, even McDonald's. Like, do you truly believe that McDonald's would make a vegan option trying to save animals or the planet or for health reason?
Of course not. Nobody thinks that. McDonald's is not some kind of ethical company or anything like that. They're not making a stance against animal cruelty. They're just trying to make more money, increase their market share. And you know that too.
Obviously no. As McDonald's and Burger King implemented vegan options to their menu is because it was a trend, because they knew they can cater to a growing population of people that have a value and an interest, so they can obviously make more money. And if you're denying that, just really think about it.
I don't know any vegan denying that McDonald's and Burger King and others are in the plant-based product segment now. It's only for financial reasons. They're not doing it for some kind of benevolent reasons or anything like that. No one's arguing for that. But why are you even bringing this up in the first place as some kind of reason why you're no longer vegan? I mean, other than you're just claiming that veganism is trendy and you don't see it to be trendy, or you're not on that trend anymore, and that's why you're not vegan. Again, this is a nonsensical reason and why I'm responding to this video.
The same goes for saying that a vegan option, no matter what it's made out of, is always healthier and better for you than picking the animal version. And I just simply cannot agree on this fact, because a vegan food that, for example, could contain 100 ingredients.
All right, so vegan processed foods may not be the healthiest foods for you. Yeah, I agree there. I'm not a big fan of vegan processed food. I very rarely eat vegan burgers and stuff like that. So if that's not your thing, you don't have to eat them as a vegan. I'm not sure why this is a problem.
For example, even the Beyond Meat patty, in my opinion, is just not a healthy option.
Fine, then don't eat it. Remember, veganism is not restrictive. You have thousands of options out there. So if you don't like some vegan processed foods, don't eat them. You'll be fine.
I just personally, even as a vegan, did not agree on that statement that anything as long as it's vegan is always the healthier option.
I'm curious, is that a thing that people go around saying? Because I haven't heard that. Secondly, veganism is not a health lifestyle. Again, let's look at the definition of veganism. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. And there's many ways you could be vegan. You can be a super healthy vegan. You can have a junk food vegan lifestyle. The choice is yours.
And the vegan movement just kind of was moving into this direction of saying, oh, vegan is always healthier, is always better because it's vegan.
So finally now we get to this whole thing she was saying earlier about the direction that the vegan movement is headed, that we're all supposedly saying that the vegan diet is the healthiest diet, it's the healthiest foods, healthier than the comparable animal product bit. It's, again, let's return to the definition of veganism. It's not about being healthy. I don't understand how people get this confused. Veganism is very clear and simple to understand. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So apparently she got some memo from the vegan world that I never got, that we need to add to the vegan definition and also say that veganism is always healthier. It's not. You could just eat Oreos and beer and kale every day, and that's not a healthy diet, but it's vegan.
This just cannot be right. There's so many vegan foods that are not necessarily healthy. Just because they are not harming any animals, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily healthy.
So how many years did it take to figure out that veganism is not the same thing or identical with being healthy? Again, it's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. For instance, let's go have a look at my friend's vlog, Happiest Vegan on Earth, your guide to vegan options at Disneyland. And she says really clearly, by the way, nothing below is meant to be health food. Rather, it's theme park food. Yes, we're talking about Disneyland, not talking about a health resort or something. And right here on the FAQ page for a great vegan bakery here in Long Beach, I recommend you try Baked Vegan Sweets if you're in the area. Here it says, do you have anything raw or healthy? And they say, no, we specialize in vegan junk food. Like, duh, it's cake. And the fact that it's vegan doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be healthy for you.
The longer I was vegan, the longer the movement was just going in a direction where I personally didn't want to go to. So even
No, I call nonsense. This is not the direction that the vegan movement was going, saying that veganism is identical to healthy. Everything vegan is automatically healthy. Duh, there's tons of vegan processed foods.
Like, veganism is a very big extreme. I didn't realize that being vegan actually trapped me so much in a cage.
Veganism is not extreme. It's just not consuming animal products. There's nothing extreme about that. Like diet-wise, like nutritional-wise, there's nothing extreme. There's nothing deficient. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a professional health doctor or anything like that. I'm a simple music producer. But take the word of, say, all these various health organizations from around the world who have reviewed the scientific literature in nutrition and health and have made position statements about the nutritional adequacy of vegan diets. And feeling like you're trapped in a cage as a vegan? I mean, how ironic. If anything, supporting animal products supports practices that keeps animals in cages.
I would also be lying if I didn't say that as soon as I did incorporate some animal products back into my diet, it truly felt like I was able to break out of this cage. As I said, for me, the main reason was mentally. I felt like I was just no longer trapped in a cage anymore, that I was kind of not voluntarily inside.
All right, so let me see if I get this right. So as a vegan, she felt like she was in this mental cage, unable to pass through the bars of the cage to eat animal products. And as soon as she ate the animal products, she felt this cage was gone. I mean, how is this a vegan video? Like, if anything, I honestly believe she was on a vegan diet, which is, again, totally fine. Not a vegan, because if you truly believe it's wrong to consume animal products because it's cruel, why would you feel like you're in a cage because you couldn't consume them? You wouldn't want to consume them, knowing what happens to animals. There is no cage for vegans. This shouldn't be an issue. So if it was an issue for her, as I truly believe it was, I believe she was not vegan. She's doing a vegan diet because it's trendy and kind of felt trapped because she really didn't want to give up animal products for all these various reasons.
If being vegan is the smartest and best decision ever, then why are not the most intelligent people on the planet vegan as well?
Oh my God, so you're saying veganism is somehow debunked because the most intelligent people in the world aren't vegan? That's not really an argument or anything like that. I mean, there's many really intelligent people who are vegan. Yeah, there's many intelligent people who are not vegan. I'll give you my theory why there's so many intelligent people who are not vegan, because they're not being honest with themselves about the cruelty that animals experience, and they find it convenient to ignore that and just keep on consuming animal products.
And I asked myself, what positive effect have I actually achieved being part of such a tiny fraction in the world? So you can call me selfish, but with my impact, the world is not going to be vegan in my lifetime.
All right, so you're saying you don't want to be vegan or can't be vegan because you believe that in your lifetime, 100% of humanity won't also be vegan?
And don't get me wrong, I still don't agree with slaughterhouses, with mass production. I still, if I choose to eat animal products, I still do my absolute best to source them as ethically as possible, to source them from animals who live freely.
Remember, it's absolutely unnecessary to consume animals to live, stay alive, be healthy, thrive, be athletic, be non-deficient. Again, that's not my opinion. That's the opinion of health organizations. And that's why vegans just cringe when they hear this thing. Oh, I consume animals who were treated really nicely before they were slaughtered. Like, just don't slaughter them. You could eat plants. There's no reason to consume animals. So anyway, I'm going to end this video now. It's a pretty long video, so I apologize. I want to thank everyone who stuck out with me for like, 14, 15 odd minutes here. So thanks for watching this video. And again, I'm not trying to attack Violetta or anything here. I just don't buy these reasons. Again, they make no sense to me whatsoever. I see no compelling reason in her video here as to why people can't be vegan. Again, Violetta, if you wanted to quit your vegan diet, totally cool. People leave veganism all the time, and I don't make response videos. So just want to let people know this is a video of compassion. It's a little bit of tough love, I guess, in the sense I'm not letting these crappy arguments just slide. I'm responding with evidence and logic here, which I always do. We're not about attacking people or anything like that. It's a critical thinking based show, in case you weren't aware. Anyway, guys, leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know what you thought about these reasons for not being vegan. If you were convinced by any of them, let me know. And hit like, share this video, become a channel member. Until next time, remember, it doesn't suck being vegan.